Hey, Ashley. If you want to join the panel, go ahead and request to join the panel.
Okay, I'll be back. Let me get my baby to sleep. .brb.
Okay. Okay, that's perfect. Anybody else want to join the panel so we can conversate? The panel is open. All you got to do is request to join. We're going to get this conversation started. We're going to get this conversation started. Let me get the light over here. That's better. Ashley, do you want to join the panel? Anybody else want to join the panel, talk about long-term goals? We're going to get the conversation started. I need some participants. Everybody say they support, they support, they support. We're going to have a good conversation today. Just tap the screen and get the live shared out.
Yes.
Well, request to join, Ashley, request to join the panel. Where's Miss Curl at? Curl, baby, you want to join?
Yeah.
Come on up. Angie, you come on up here too. Hey, my daughter. I ain't got to cook. Okay. Give mama kisses, hugs.
I put your piece of garlic toast on there with your
When you come in the room, turn your microphone off for a second until we get started. Huh? You want me to turn your microphone off right now? Okay. Chicken and rice?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. All right. I need a fork or something. I'm gonna have to give you a fork. Mm-hmm. Okay, the topic of the discussion today is long-term goals. The conversation today is about long-term and short-term goals, where you are headed in your life and how you plan to reach them. Hey, thank you for loving my hair. We are talking about our long-term and our short-term goals.
So I can hear my phone.
You said what, baby?
I'm talking to my grandbaby.
Okay. So, Carl, let me cut your microphone off for right now, and I'll cut it back on in a second. Anybody else want to join the panel? Ashley, you said yes. I told you to come up, Ashley. You got to accept it. Or you got to touch one of them boxes up there. Okay. Cut your microphone off, Ashley, when you join, and turn your camera on. Turn your camera on. You got to turn your camera on. Thank you. Turn your camera on, please. Okay, we need 3 more people to join this panel so we can get this conversation started. You from Iraq? Okay, welcome. Welcome on in, all of my guests. Welcome in, my guests. Let me send y'all something for participating in my panel today. I appreciate y'all for coming on up here and helping me out today. Thank you. I thank y'all for coming in and helping me out. Anybody else want to join the panel? We need 3 more people to participate. Hey, Zayna, how you doing? You want to join the panel, join this conversation? What you going to need when you join the panel is a piece of paper, and you're going to need a pencil. So get your pencil, a pen, and a piece of paper. Get your paper, a pen, a piece of paper. I need 3 more people. Come on up. No, baby, I'm American. Thank you so much. I appreciate you, Trooper. Thank you, Marley. You up for it? Okay. So if you're on YouTube, you have to answer in the comments because I don't know how to put the boxes on the screen yet. I'm just learning. On YouTube, I'm just learning. All right. Come in, Stephanie. Welcome to the conversation. Mute your microphone and turn your camera on for me, baby. And get you a pencil and get you a piece of paper. Hey, Real. How you doing, sis? You want to join this conversation with us? I need some people to join this conversation. It's going to be a good one. We're going to be talking about our long-term and short-term goals and how to achieve those. So get you a pencil and a piece of paper. Let me report this person.
I am going live, but I'll stop pass and see if you still up, sis.
Okay. Now, he going to lose his little page now because I reported him. Okay. I need 2 more people to come on up and help us out with this. 2 more people. Hi, Linda. Welcome. Well, we'll leave those boxes open. So the people that are participating, we're going to turn your microphones on. You're going to turn your microphones on when you get ready to answer. Because we want to give everybody respect on the panel that's talking. We want to, and then if you're in the audience, you can tap and we can hear your comments as well. Okay? We can hear your comments as well. Okay. Hi, Regina. If you want to get in on this conversation, then all you got to do is touch the box, have a pencil, and a piece of paper. Okay? All right. So we're talking about our long-term and our short-term goals and how we should be able to reach them. The first question I want to ask you is, what's your long-term goal? A few, at least 2 long-term goals, something you want to reach within a 6-month period. 2 things you want to achieve in a 6-month period. And what is a short-term goal of yours? Which is something that you can receive in a month to a 2-month period. 2 things, write them down. 2 things you want to achieve. 2 long-term goals you want to achieve. 2 short-term goals you want to achieve. First of all, do any of you on the panel already have a long-term and a short-term goal set up? You don't. You can turn your microphone on.
No, I don't.
Have you even thought about it?
Yeah.
You ladies can turn your microphones on. Ashley, turn your microphone on so we can hear you. Carol, turn your microphone on. Touch the screen, Carol, and hit, yeah, okay.
No.
So you haven't thought about a long-term or a short-term goal or something you want to achieve.
Hey, little girl, come throw this plate away. You ain't gonna eat it no more.
So a short-term goal can be something like you want your own apartment. That's a short-term goal. Somebody who wants to go back to school and do a certificate program. That's a short-term goal. A long-term goal would be I want to own my own house and travel. So something that you dream or you want to achieve. What is something that you want to achieve?
I want to own my own house.
You want to own your own house. So is
'Cause
that a short-term
if I
goal?
come in now, this ain't my house, but I wanna buy one, brick from ground up.
So you
Yeah,
giving yourself, what, 6 months to a year to do it? So that would be a long-term goal.
yeah, it's gonna be a minute.
Write that
'Cause I ain't
down.
have help. Yeah,
Write that down.
yeah, right now.
And then what is something short-term? Something short-term that you want to achieve. Something that you feel you can work towards now that you can get to quicker to maintain to get you closer to that long-term goal.
Uh, I'm not really for sure what it's gonna be, what it be. I ain't never thought of it.
You never thought of it.
No,
So
ma'am.
your long-term goal is owning your own house. But for me, a short-term goal, a short-term goal would be going out there and actually doing the work to try to get my credit together. That's a short-term goal.
Oh, yep, that's for sure.
So that I
I get
can be
what I'm saying.
considered. So write it down.
Yeah, I got to get my credit together.
Get your credit together.
Yes, ma'am.
And so something that's part of that short-term goal of getting your credit together would be printing your credit. You can start with printing your credit. So I would write that down. Okay, if I print my credit, I can see what's on my credit, and then I can see what I can start working on one thing at a time and write it down.
Yeah.
Even the small things. Okay, I want my own house, but I want a new furniture set in that house. I want lamps in that house. I want it to be a 3-bedroom. I want 2 bathrooms in that house. I'm gonna need shower curtains. I'm gonna need. Start writing it down, and every
Yeah.
time you ready yourself for it, start getting the stuff that you want to have in that house,
Yes, ma'am.
making it plausible, reachable, obtainable.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Write that down. What about you, Lilo? One long-term goal you trying to reach, something that you know you can't reach it today, but you dream about it. That's what you want.
Okay, so my long term goal is to buy my own car. That's where I'm reaching. That's my long term goal. Is
Okay,
to reach to get my own car.
to get your own car. So, what is a short-term goal that you can do to get you closer to that long-term goal of obtaining that car?
Working on getting a license.
So write that down. Write it down. When you write it down on a piece of paper, it makes it real. And when you achieve it and you strike it off and you put that date beside it that you completed it, it's done. Then you add something else to that list. It's going good, Jack. It's going real good. How's it going for you? Pencil. What? Get out of here. I don't have the time nor the energy to devote to people ignorancy because I have on a bra, you nitwit. Talking about write down you need a bra. I have on a bra, you nitwit. Why would I be on camera without a bra? What would I obtain by doing that? This doesn't make any sense.
They just want attention.
So you don't have to cut it off because we only got 3 people in here talking. So you don't have to cut your microphone off. If it was more than that on the panel, then yes. So, Lilo, have you called the DOV to get a book to take the test?
Yeah, I just have to go get it. They told me that I can come pick it up and pick it up, bring it home, read it, get an idea of how to do the driver's test, but also they told me I can also, instead of me coming in and getting a driver's book, I can also, it's also on their website too, so I can do
So,
both, either one online or go inside and get it.
hey, Miles. So, one of your short-term goals would be get on their website and set a time frame. Put yourself on a time frame. This coming week, no later than Thursday of this coming week, I want to be on their website downloading the app to get the book.
Yeah.
So let's write that down. Because the more you move closer to what you're trying to achieve, then you get closer to that dream of having it come a reality. So, how do you plan to achieve them? We went over that. Ashley, we're looking for your small term, your short term goal. What is something that you're trying to reach and obtain? Your daddy liked it last night. You look so pretty, mommy. Thank you. Huh? We didn't hear you, baby. You want to be happy. Ooh, your signal's bad. America. Ashley, I think she froze. Ashley. Hey, sexy eyes. You want to join the conversation? She might have to come back up. So, the next question is, what else could you do with the small term goals to get you closer to your long term goals? Tark, you want to join the conversation? What else could you do with your small term goals that you feel will help you reach and obtain your long term goal? We talked about, with you, Lilo, we talked about setting a date and giving yourself a time frame to get on that website and get that book off of there.
No, just
Okay.
listening. I am at work.
Oh, okay. You can talk in the comments. We can hear you. We can hear you. You can answer. You can chime in on the questions in the comments. You do not have to join a box. The box is there for people who actually just want to. But if you don't want to join the box, you can chime in the comments. I can hear you. So if you have a long-term goal and a short-term goal and you want to be part of this conversation, you can put it in the chat and we can talk. It's fine. Okay? Just remember to, thank you so much, Elaine. Just remember to tap that screen and share the live. Oh, you're adopted? That doesn't stop anything. I know a lot of adopted people who make it, who strive to do better.
Okay.
Okay? So, do you have any long-term or short-term goals, Tark? Thank you so much for the love, sweetie. I appreciate that. So then another thing you could do, Lilo, you could download the driver's test app and pick your state. There's a driving test app that you can take the test over and over, and it just gives you cycles of questions, whatever's on your specific state's driver's test. That's what I did for my daughter, my son, my other daughter, other son, all of them, the same thing, nephews, everything. We started with a plan, and we executed that plan. So your first course of action, you can download that app. You could do that tonight. And then you can write that on your list and write it as done. As you start seeing the stuff that you want to have in your life and you want to see come to pass in your life right now, come true, you strike it off. You strike it off that list, and then you put the date that was complete, and then you add something new to your list to help you get closer to that bigger goal of getting that driver's license and having that car. You can actually, do you have a job? Do you work?
Not at the moment. That's also what I'm working on too. It's a lot of things that I'm working on
Okay, so write that
at the
on that
moment.
list.
Working
Write
on
that
getting a
down.
license and all that.
Write that on that list. Write it on there. Find me a job. What type of job you want to do? What type of job you want to have?
Evening, Auntie.
Good evening, baby. We are having conversation about our long-term and short-term goals. You can chime in from the audience or you can join the box and talk. It's up to you. Just get you a piece of paper and a pencil.
Did you even taste your food?
Huh?
Did you even taste your food?
I was in here talking.
Mama, I bought that for you so you could
I
eat.
am, but you know I can't eat till 4 a.m. I don't want to throw up.
Mama, I just want to see you.
You want to see me taste it, but I can't eat it. I don't want to throw up.
I want to see you eat it.
I don't want to eat it right now because I'm going to throw up, baby.
Just eat a little bit.
I'm going to taste a little bit right now. I don't want to be throwing up. It's good. I know it's good. I just can't eat it right now, babe. I have to eat it the time I'm supposed to eat.
I just want to see you taste it, Mama.
I didn't have you. You didn't cook me this before. At your other house.
I know,
In the apartment.
but you know I like cooking for my mama.
I know. And I like eating the food, baby. But I have to eat at a time schedule. Okay, so
You
Miss
know,
Carol.
you make her feel bad. I could just tell on her face. She just like, Mama, just taste it, please.
I was, but see, if I eat too early, y'all already know it. If I eat too early,
She just wanted you to taste it.
I'm gonna get sick, and then it's
She
gonna
just
go
wanted
to
you to
waste,
taste it.
and I'm gonna be mad because I want to eat it, and I waste it because I threw up. That's why I cook late, because I know I ain't gonna be able to eat it till 4. Yeah. So Miss Carol, but my baby girl, with your long-term goal of owning your house, what smaller things besides starting with printing your credit out and looking at the creditors that are on there that you may owe something to, the smaller things? That's my daughter, baby.
I'm not really for sure. I never really just thought about it.
So let me give you some little ideas. You can start by just calling a lender. You can start by calling a lender, asking questions about what all you would need, how it works.
Yeah.
Write that down. You can pick up the phone and start calling. Because you know what? You might be able to get qualified now. You don't know. I done seen people get houses with pay nothing and they didn't have good credit at all.
Really?
Yes, ma'am.
You just got to call the creditor to see what all they need, and they'll tell you what all you need.
You just call them and start. So I would put on my list, I need to call around and talk to creditors and see.
Yeah, I want at least 5 bedrooms, 3 baths, and stuff like that.
And you can have that.
Like a big house.
You can have that.
Yeah.
It's yours for the taking.
Mama, I needed to talk to you, you know.
No, I'm not doing tarot. You need to talk to me.
But you busy.
That's just how we live.
Oh, you are? Okay. And what brought you to that feeling? I know home ownership is the ultimate goal, but why not before?
staying with nobody. Never like my own.
Mm. Thank you.
Yeah.
So, in your experience, like with you said you don't want to be staying with nobody, what experience have you had that made you feel the way you feel?
Have your own place. You don't have to worry about staying with nobody. And
Hmm.
do what you need to do.
So, what other benefits to having your own place, having your own house? What would be some of the other benefits that for you? Mama, I think I dropped my lip gloss in here the other day. Oh, it must be. It got me in here. What is it? What is it? What is it called?
It was from, I got it from Sephora. And when I dropped my stuff in here the other day,
Well, it might be in one of them bags. I probably picked it up.
I don't know at this time, Auntie.
Okay. Well, let's see. What is your ultimate aim with getting your own house? What is your ultimate aim? After you get the house, what is your aim? Are you aiming for a fixer upper? I mean, what is your target?
Saving money?
Saving money. So,
Yes, ma'am.
what do you pay now that you would much rather be paying?
My house.
What do you pay though? What do you pay now? Because when you get a house, it's gonna reduce. So what do you want that price to be?
It's like a what you call place that help people with houses and stuff. Smaller
Oh,
house.
oh, okay. So this is
Yeah.
like a place you can be in between.
Yes, ma'am.
Mm-hmm.
okay, Mama,
And then you
I'm
don't pay them no
just
money.
don't have time to spend with you.
This one like too.
I told you I was online.
I forgot what start. What you
I
find
was
on?
gonna have
I
time
forgot
with
that I'm in now.
You here?
I know that. I'm talking about the name of it, girl. I'm talking about no name. I don't care. I'm talking about like
Hey,
they help
Jess,
you.
welcome.
New
Thank you.
glasses.
Thank you. Thank you.
Leave that stuff alone.
you. But it was some stuff I had to tell you.
We can talk when
Yeah,
I
something
finish
like
this.
that. Yeah. It's called Preacher Housing Authority. And they help you with your.
So they help you buy a house?
Yeah, they help. I'm talking about what's the name of the people, Noonan? Oh, there's so many questions. Auntie,
Huh?
you asked me who is this. I'm talking about.
Oh. So I want you to look at putting down some options that will what you think will help you lay down groundwork to get to that goal, because all three of y'all have goals, but you guys have like big long-term goals, and we need to assess what smaller goals will help you get to that bigger goal. Okay, so let me explain what a short-term goal is. A short-term goal, the object of having a short-term goal is to provide helpful, accurate, respectful, responsible questions and tasks to get you to a bigger level from where you are. So you're here, say you're renting or you're homeless. You don't want to jump straight to paying a mortgage. You want to go from being homeless to being in a halfway house or an apartment or an efficiency. And you want to go from an efficiency to a one bedroom or a 2-bedroom and be able to sustain it. Then home ownership, talking to mortgage lenders, looking at your credit would be some short-term goals. Putting up a savings, have you started a savings that's just for the house, something you can't touch?
Nope.
You haven't saved anything, so write down, start a savings for my house. You're gonna need at least a good $3,000 to $5,000 as a down payment just in case. When I was going and I was starting to look for a house, and when I was going and I was starting to look for my house and everything, and I went from being homeless, I was trying to shorten as many short goals as I could get and write down for myself to achieve, to be able to make it to the point of having my home. I wanted new pots and pans. So every time I got a little money, I bought curtains. I think I'm gonna have 8 windows. I bought curtains. I bought sheets. Well, I know I'm gonna need a bed for me, my daughter, my son, John. I know what I'm gonna need. So let me go ahead and buy some sheets and covers. Let me buy towels. I started buying. I'll go to Walmart or something. If they $2 a dollar, I would stock up. Put them down in the tub and not touch it. And I would go to my list and I would see what I had and I would strike it off. And I would strike it off. I wanted a house with no bugs. I wanted a house in a new neighborhood. I wanted my cars fixed. So I just started putting money away. I checked the prices of how much it would be to fix this car versus go buying another one. It was cheaper to fix it. I wrote down what it would take to fix it and how much it would be, called and priced the parts. So I started working towards each part by putting money away for each part. As I bought the parts for the car, I struck them off my list. Okay, I bought this. Now I done bought a motor. I struck it off. I need a motor horse. Let me go ahead and try to get that, put the money away, get the motor horse, strike it off the list. Every time you reach one of those smaller goals, it's going to bring you closer and closer to the big picture, the big dream, what you have worked hard with those small things to get. You climbed, you walked slow. Now you're at that big dream and you've made it and you've gotten those keys. You don't want to stop there. You want to have another goal that you plan on working towards, because it's just getting the house going to be it. No, once you get the house, you're going to have to maintain the house. So what will I need to maintain it? Hello, Buck. What will I need to maintain it? I will need probably my grass to be cut, so let me try to put a lawnmower down there. You're going to need a lawnmower. You're going to write that down. Everything you would need for this dream to come to pass, what you really, really yearn and want. And it is possible for you to have. Write it down what you want. Don't limit yourself. And for the long-term goal, the object of getting for a long-term goal is learning from the mistakes that you made with doing the small-term goals. And completing those small-term goals will land you at the long-term goal. It's okay if you haven't figured it out. Not everybody's figured it out. A lot of people don't even know that they need to set in place and write down that they want what they want to achieve. Writing it down makes it real, makes it reachable, makes it obtainable, puts it in front of your face and makes it plain. Well, I know I need to do this. How am I going to do it? Having a plan is what you need to have to be able to get there. So now we're starting with a plan. You've all started somewhere by writing those things down. For example, let's think together. Let's think about it. Examples. Let's do some examples of short-term goals. You get more activity when you start writing down things and getting your mind to think. I never thought about it that way. Well, if I had a thought about it this way, I probably would have been a lot further along in my journey. But because I sat back and I kept saying, I'm going to do this, I'm going to do this, I never did any legwork to get me there. Okay?
Journaling is also very important.
That's what they're doing.
Okay, mommy, I'm finna go.
Mm-hmm. I love you, baby. I got all this makeup on.
I love you still.
We will talk. Coming over in the morning.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, then we have coffee. We talk. Because I do wake up in the morning, but I will talk with you first. So, one thing that you can do is you need to give yourself three weeks. 3 weeks. You need to try to start within that 3-week period. You have to set a time frame. This is just an example. I'm not saying you need to take 3 weeks. I'm saying you need to set a time frame. Because if you never set a time frame, you're going to keep procrastinating. I need to do this, but you haven't made any steps forward to do it. And until you start moving your feet, you're not going to get any movement, any traction to move forward. You understand what I'm saying?
Yes, ma'am.
So say it's somebody that's saying, I want to lose weight. I want to lose weight and get healthy and whatever. But they never ever changed their diet. They never done anything yet to do it. The idea sounds good, but what have you done to work towards getting that to happen?
Don't eat much.
So now it's time to start doing the work. Because we want not it to just be a dream. We want it to become a reality. And in order for it to become a reality, if you never move, how are you supposed to make it there?
Achieve it.
Yeah. How are you supposed to achieve it? How is it supposed to ultimately happen? If you never ever did anything to work towards it.
I mean, I'll tell you right now, Misty. I'm in the process of losing weight, and before I just would want to stay in the bed like I am right now. But that's only because I've already worked out. You know, I'm eating smaller portions of food now. So before I was eating like 5, 6, 7, 10 plates a day. I'm not doing that no more. So it's smaller portions that I'm eating, and I'm also regulating my exercising schedule and monitoring what to eat versus what's not. You know?
Yeah.
So that's a goal that I'm also working on.
Write it down. Write it down. You working on it. Everything you've been doing to work on it, put that down. And once it begins to work and the weight starts to drop, you need to write down what weight are you at now and where would you like to see yourself be. And how long are you giving yourself to say I want the first goal to be 20 pounds? How long am I giving myself to hit that 20 pounds? That's a short-term goal. And then what the long-term goal will be. I want, if you're 300 pounds, my long-term goal is I want to be 200. And how long do I want to give myself to try to pace myself to make it there? A lot of small-term goals make one big long-term goal.
Well, to be honest with you, Lady D, I'm in the 300 ways, so I'm working on it. Eventually, you know, me and my stepdad works on it, and he told me 300 is good, 200 is good. So I'm just working on it. It's a working progress that I have to build my body up to doing. And so I'm actually putting effort into losing the weight and looking like myself, like I was before.
Right.
Because a lot of people told me I looked skinny before. I just gained that weight because I chose not to do stuff with my life. And so now I'm 26, going on 27, so I'm working, and, you know,
Yeah.
eventually I'll get there.
You know what? Just pace yourself. I'm going to tell you this. I was 473 pounds.
Hey.
Yeah, that's a lot of weight, isn't it?
Yeah, that
And
is.
I was miserable. Miserable. And I was only that way because it was me sabotaging
Yeah.
me. I first I did it as a barrier because it kept me from being hurt. It kept me people from getting too close. Well, I'm already fat, so they're saying I'm fat, so let me just make myself bigger so that way when they say I'm fat, I can just go, well, you already know I'm fat because I'm big, the biggest thing in here, so, and I thought by making the jokes ahead of time that it hurt less, but the only thing it did was hurt more.
Yeah, it was affecting you.
It was affecting me. And I wasn't noticing that I was actually eating more than I was really eating. Because in public, when I was around people, I didn't eat much. We don't understand how she's that big. We don't know how she's that big. I don't know what's going on. My metabolism made me, I had every excuse in the book but the fact that I didn't push the plate back, nor did I try to cut back, nor did I get up and walk or do anything. I sat my
Yeah.
butt in the bed 24/7. Every time you saw me, I was sitting in the bed, on the bed, eating, talking, everything from the bed. But when I decided I wanted to make a change, I started to write the things down. When I wrote the things down, it become real. Because in my eyesight, I wasn't that big. Nor did I ever
But
want
then
to get
you.
on the scale to actually see how big I was. In my head, if I bought a different shirt and it fit different, I lost weight. The only thing I was doing was buying bigger clothes and telling
Yeah,
myself I
that
lost
wasn't.
weight.
Yeah, that wasn't
But
doing
but I
anything. You had to actually.
I had to actually do something. I wasn't exercising. I wasn't trying to eat healthy. I wasn't trying to listen to anybody. I thought I knew it all, you know.
Yeah.
But when
I'll
I
tell you.
go ahead.
I'll tell you right now, Miss D. My mom was like, she's my height, and my size. We both big people. Me, my mom, and my sister, my daddy, my stepmom, my brother. We're big people. But I don't. I'm deciding. I'm learning that I no longer want to be big. I want to be small. I don't want to be this big, gigantic
Uh
woman
huh.
who
Hey,
can't
grandma.
ride rides because it's a weight capacity.
Yeah, I couldn't
So
get
I'm
on it.
like, I can't do this no more. It's time to make a change.
You know
And
what
to
made me change? You want to know what made me change? Everywhere I went, people would say, "She's so pretty. You are so beautiful in the face. You have such a beautiful face." And I always wonder why they always say you have such a beautiful face, like the rest of me is not beautiful. It was because I was so big and they were trying not to be nasty, so they was trying to compliment what they thought would not draw attention to insecurity. So they would tell me I was pretty in the face. And then I
right.
started to look at my photos. Okay, every photo, my family is in front of me and I'm behind them. I felt like a kite. I felt like something that hovered because literally I could put my arms like this and I was on both sides of the whole entire family. And you still could see my butt. It wasn't cute. Then when I was
It
walking,
really
I
isn't.
couldn't breathe. When I laid down, I had sleep paralysis where I couldn't wake myself up because I was dead heavy. I had to sleep sitting up. It was a bad thing. The straw that broke the camel's back is when I say I need to do something, is when I fell out the bed. I fell out the bed.
Oh no.
My duster went over my head. I was too big for underwear. Because when you big like that, it cuts you. It cuts you.
Yeah.
So you wear shorts, okay? And I didn't want the elastic pulling me, and I was laying in the bed eating, which I shouldn't have been doing, drinking a whole big old one of them big 2 and 3 liters from the Dollar Tree of them Cokes, because the Dollar Tree ones had the 3 liter Cokes. I could drink one of them in a sitting for
Oh
a
no.
meal.
Yeah.
When I eat snack cakes, I need 3 boxes with the 12 cakes in it or 8. I need 3. That's one meal. Yeah, it was a bad thing. And I was laying in the bed trying to reach, too lazy just to sit up, swing up, and grab it. No, I'm laying down, reaching under the bed for the snack cake and the pop, and couldn't reach and knocked it down, but I'm not going to get up. And fell out that bed and landed on the floor, gown over my head, butt in the wind, and stuck. One arm like this, one arm like this, and big ass on the floor, and ass in the air. The fan is blowing across your butt.
Damn.
I was stuck down there for about 4 hours. And my reality was, you big ass heifer, you. You ain't even thinking about how you can get up off the floor. You thinking about if you could just move your hand this way and knock the pop over here, you can still drink it. It's funny now. It's funny now. You could still drink the pop and eat the snack cakes until somebody got there to get you up. That's what what I was thinking. It was a ridiculous thing. It's funny now. I can laugh at myself, but it was ridiculous. That's what I was thinking about.
One funny then, huh, Auntie?
It wasn't funny then. And I was just down there like, oh, now about after 15 minutes and you that big, you almost 500 pounds, and you laying on top of yourself and you stuck down there between the bed and the dresser and the wall.
Oh no.
So I was really stuck. That was 911 time. Hit the little button on your thing and scream for help. And I was so worried about the food and reaching the food in that Coca-Cola under that bed that I didn't remember that I had Siri and could have said, hey, Siri, call 911, and hey, Siri, call my daughter. I didn't even think about shouting for Siri. When I fell, I knocked the phone unplugged. So then I done sat down there 3 hours before I realized I had a phone. It's dead. My 13-year-old comes in from school, and I'm down on the floor with my naked butt hanging up in the air with the fan blowing across me. Big old woman down here like this. This little boy had to get help to get me out from stuck and push the bed out to roll me over just for me to get up. That was a bad thing. I still didn't learn my lesson to the next week. Not even 3 days later, the next week, I fell through the hallway floor going to the bathroom. Foot was stuck in the floor, and I was in the splits with one leg up on top of the floor and one leg down in it. Once again, I was trying to hurry up to the bathroom so I could run in the kitchen and grab something before they got home to get back to the bed, and then fell through the floor. And was stuck till the children came home from school. Yes, tore my leg up, had to have hip replacement surgery, everything. That was my wake-up call right there. They said, if you don't lose no weight after we do this hip surgery, you will not be able to walk. You will not be able to walk. And you will, we give you a year, you won't be here. We give you a year, you won't be here. It'll be done for you, ma'am. You got to lose the weight. So I was, yes.
I had to be honest with you, I had to go to the emergency room because my leg was hurting so bad. And when I went, the nurse came in with a man, and he looked at my ankle, and he was like, you know what the problem is? And I was like, no, what? He was like, it's because you're overweight. And so your weight is dragging onto your leg. And if your leg is telling you gotta lose that weight because I can't carry so much. So I was like, I never thought.
Thank you for the love potion.
So when I started working out, now I'm seeing a difference. No pain in my leg. Maybe cramping here and there, but that's normal. But no pain in the leg. Where to the point I can't even get out of the bed. Because I couldn't get out of the bed at one point. I screamed.
They told me you get hurt like that and you so big like that, it's no coming back from there. It's very hard to come back from there and get your mobility.
I really don't understand how these women nowadays could do that. Just lay in the bed, eat all day, and
all
don't
day long.
understand that they in pain. So how do you be? You don't care about getting
But you know what? I understand it because with me, I was dealing with something mental and physical and emotional with being in an abusive relationship. I was in an abusive marriage. So that was my coping mechanism. Well, my excuse for him, because he was cheating, but my excuse was, well, I'm making
I was just
myself
chilling
so
with you.
fat. I made myself so big. It's my fault that he's doing that. So that was my excuse because I was too big. That's why he was doing that. So it's my excuse to just keep on eating because then, I can control that. No, 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 no. No, I
You know
couldn't control it.
they always say just because a man does what he does, he doesn't affect your weight. Your weight has nothing to do with that man.
Welcome in,
One
everybody.
PLS tap, share,
You have
currently.
more capacity of your weight because at the end of the day, it's your body, and your body is telling you, okay, you
Hey,
gotta
baby.
lose this weight. So, you know, I don't, I don't be, that's why I'm losing weight because if I don't, I know I'm gonna be on my 600-pound life, and I ain't trying to be on my 600-pound life.
I was
I'm trying
headed
to get
there.
below that.
And I was watching them people and I was like, oh, Lord, please don't let me get to that point. But I was there. That's the thing. I was saying, oh, that's a shame. I would never do that. But while I was watching them fall out their bed, I was sitting there with my plate. Big old, I would have three plates like this. 3 plates.
What is
About
that?
it's chicken and gravy rice. Chicken and gravy rice and garlic bread. I would have a whole
Yo gotta
box of
hook you
garlic
up.
bread, and I would have it. And my spoons would be like this.
Oh no. Mm-mm.
It was bad. And then I would get into the picture, and I wouldn't even know that I ate it. When I get done, whole 3-4 bags of them big bags of chips would be gone, pop would be gone, and I would be sitting up there hollering and screaming, who came in here and ate my stuff? It was me.
All this time it was you. Yeah.
It was you the whole entire time. Nobody ate that. Nobody
But
ate
I'll
it.
be watching my 300-pound life where these women actually go to McDonald's and get like 5-6 cheeseburgers, and I'm like, you only need one. Why do you need so many?
I'm
It's
telling
because
you,
they had a food addiction.
it was me. It was just like one cheeseburger would be a 2-biter.
And then plus, you also got to look out for your calories, how much calories you're putting in your body too.
And then I just prayed one night. Thank you. I just prayed one night. And I saw this infomercial about this lady that said to be something different, to rearrange your life, to reach something that you're trying to reach, you have to do something that you've never done before. Ain't you tired? Don't you want a change? Don't you want to be seen as something other than what people think about you right now? And I said yes. So I started. I wrote down what I wanted to see happen. And I have obtained every single one of those things that I have written down. And I started with losing my weight so that I could get my hip surgery because they said that if my hip bone came through my leg, it would cut my femoral artery and I would be gone in less than 5 minutes. I would bleed out in 5 minutes. It would be over. I would be too big for them to come in and do anything to save me. I would be gone.
It's crazy.
So what I did was I implemented a change. I stopped eating breakfast in the morning. I ate dinner in the morning. Whatever I cooked for my kids at night, I ate that for breakfast. And once I ate breakfast, before I ate breakfast, I had a cup of coffee or a hot cup of tea. I waited 30 minutes, I had a glass of water. I waited the next 30 minutes, I ate that dinner, like this, dinner, for breakfast. For breakfast. Right between 4 and 7 in the morning, I was done eating dinner for breakfast. I was up getting the kids ready for school. I was getting dressed. I went back to work. I started moving. I figured if I ate heavier in the daytime, thank you for the coin. I figured if I ate heavier in the daytime, it would hold me all day at work. So when everybody else is running for McDonald's and stuff for lunch, I wouldn't be hungry. I wouldn't be running for lunch. I would be able to have me a healthy milkshake or something or some fruits and be able to continue working. And that's what happened.
I'm gonna call you and let you know. Well, I'm gonna call you and ask you if it's on there.
And then instead of eating lunch, I ate breakfast.
Yeah.
I ate dinner.
That's a good way to do it.
Yeah, like that. And then at nighttime, I would eat something like eggs and bacon and cereal or French toast. It's not heavy. So then my body would get used to me going to bed and eating something smaller. And when I wake up, I would be starving. So guess what? I would eat dinner. My metabolism started going. I started rapidly losing the weight that way. Hey, beauty. And then I had this. But the problem was, even though I was doing that and I was exercising, water exercising and everything, it wouldn't tighten back up because I did damage to my body for so long, for so many years being so heavy that the skin does not go back. The only thing you can do is have it cut off. That's it. It's not. I've tried everything in the book that you can buy to try to shrink that skin down, and it hasn't. Hey, welcome. We're talking about long-term goals, short-term goals, and how we can obtain those.
No.
Get on my bed.
Lady D, I was listening to you saying that there's nothing
Welcome,
that you can
London.
do to get rid of that loose skin, right? Now, can't you get like surgery to remove the extra loose skin that you no longer need?
Yes, I've been talking to Sarah Bella, and they are a place that do mommy makeovers and all of that, and then they also do awake surgery. Hey, London, welcome to the conversation. We talking about short-term, long-term goals.
Hey,
How you doing, my baby?
I'm tired.
You tired? Oh, if you tired, you can sit in the audience. If you tired, I don't want you to be up here drained. You know what I'm saying? I know you weren't feeling good. We just conversating. That's all. Doing something other different.
In the wind.
That might be Ashley. So I just, I decided that I wanted to see something different for myself. And I talked to Sarah Bella, and they said that they did a thing where, you hold your arms out, you're in your underwear and stuff, and they show you how they change everything. And then that I could get it done in sections, like they could do my arms.
Somebody's off of noise.
Huh?
It sounds like somebody's in the wind.
Who's in the wind?
Friend HYD.
I don't know, but it sounds like they're in the wind. Because it keeps whooshing and all that,
Let me see. Let me see. I don't know who it is. It might be somebody's background. Hey, how you doing, friend? Hey, sister, how you doing? Fasting helped me out get rid of a lot of weight. Yeah,
I am
a lot of loose skin. Fasting. But the thing about fasting is I've tried that. I've tried every fad that it was, every little diet pill, every little thing.
Yeah, but the thing is with fasting is you're still not able to. You're not putting any food in your stomach until late.
Yeah, Yeah, the problem with fasting is your body's not getting any nutrition at all. You're pretty much
Yeah, so
cutting
that's
off
not a
the
good
food.
idea.
And then yeah, whatever weight you lose a lot of weight, you would. But the fact when you start back eating, your metabolism is gonna burn slower because your body's gonna be like, well, I was starving before, so let me hold on to this food. That's how my nutritionist explained it to me. Your body's saying, let me hold on to this food.
I'm
Cause she
actually
ain't
gonna
gonna
take
eat
in
no
what you.
more.
I'm actually gonna take in what you say and tell my guy because he does that fasting and I'm like, why? Why are you fasting? You're just hurting. What you're doing to your body is you're just letting your body sit for so long, and then when it's dinner time, that's when you're able to. That's when the food is able to actually touch your body and say, "Here you go, body."
So
Like
then your
I,
body
you know,
holds on to it because it thinks, okay, I'm gonna starve. So let me hold
like
on and reserve this.
like it doesn't hurt if we put in our bodies like a piece of bread, not a whole bread, just a piece. It don't hurt. So
There's healthy ways to do a fast, and if you're fasting just for losing weight, you're fasting for the wrong reason because fasting is spiritual. It has a reason behind it. You're fasting for an ultimate goal. You're giving up something for something bigger, for something better.
right.
It's a spiritual. Thank you, sweetheart. It's a spiritual thing with the fasting. So if you're doing it just because you want to lose weight, then that's wrong. That's not even I no. And then fasting is not giving up everything. When you fast spiritually, when you fast, you give up something that you really want for something greater for God from God. Thank you, London. You give up something greater, something that you want, that you feel like I can't, like somebody that, okay, like you eating candy. You're a person that I can't go without eating candy. Or you're a person that I gotta crunch ice. I gotta have ice when I roll over, when I lay down while I'm sleeping. Okay, I need God to do something for me and make this happen. I'm gonna stop the ice. I'm gonna fast for a month from ice. You're not taking the nutrition from your body from not eating the ice. You're giving up something that's a habit, something you don't actually have to do for something greater. That's the purpose of the fast. But fasting to lose weight, yeah, it's like a fad diet. It's like a fad diet. Yes, in menthol or something like that. Giving up something like that, something harmful that would hurt you for something greater. And then being able to actually not go back to it because you find that you could live without that thing.
To be honest with you, Miss D, I'll tell you right here. I used to eat a lot of stuff like hot Cheetos. That wasn't good because at the end of the day, I was reading up what hot Cheetos. It does something to your stomach, and it did. It was doing a lot of. It was. I was eating them I was eating hot Cheetos every day, Monday through Friday.
Candy.
You was eating
I
candy?
was eating.
Eating candy.
Yeah, I was eating hot Cheetos. I was eating Twinkies and Ho
I was
Hos
eating
and
whole
all
sheet
that.
cakes. I was eating whole sheet cakes and the
I
stack
was
of
eating
Oreos
mayonnaise
like
and
this
ketchup.
big. I was doing stuff like that.
Now
Yeah.
I
20
don't eat hot Cheetos
cookies,
no more.
taking all the
I
cream
don't
out
eat
of them.
cookies. I don't eat hot Cheetos no more. I don't eat cookies no more. I don't
I
all that
was
sugary
drinking.
stuff.
I don't drink
Cupcakes.
no more.
Have to take a bite every now and then, but other than that,
It's good
That's
in
my thing,
moderation.
is
You gotta have
anyway,
sugar.
I'm diabetic.
Yeah, but it's
Ain't
good
nothing
in
without
moderation
sugar.
because you gotta have sugar sometimes. You gotta have
Yeah,
salt. You gotta have,
yeah.
welcome
Sometime,
from
not all the
Switzerland,
time.
welcome. But I
I
was eating
mean,
it just because.
Yeah,
but not to
maybe
be
don't do salt.
Or I would
that
fix a big old huge plate and just because it was on my plate, even if I was full, I'd be and still eat it because I was always raised. You eat what's on your plate. You clean your plate. You don't throw my food in the trash.
Yeah.
True.
That was the way I was raised. But now I know when I'm done, I can always put that plate up and go back and eat
Yeah.
it.
Exactly.
So it's changing a lot of things that you were raised and taught to do also.
Mm-hmm.
Yes, it does put a lot of weight on you. When I stopped that, a lot of things health wise stopped. Then then when I started losing the weight, I started to feel better. I started to look in the mirror and I started to see myself. Girl,
Stars, what's wrong with you? Ain't nothing wrong with me, baby.
girl, what is you on something? Cause you was huge and girl, you look like half of yourself. But I didn't even realize cause when I'm looking at myself, cause I really didn't look in the mirror. See what I'm saying?
Yeah. Yeah.
I didn't like the way I looked, so I really didn't look in the mirror at all. I tried to avoid
I
that
always
mirror.
think you gotta be on something to lose weight.
And everybody was telling me,
Yeah.
girl, you better go get that gastric bypass did. Girl, you better. And I'm saying, I got enough problems going on already
Exactly.
besides adding
You
that.
think it's so negative.
But the question is what is
I don't be like
a
that.
gastro bypass gonna do for you? You still gotta lose that weight.
You still got to work on it. You still got to eat what they telling you to eat. And
Yeah.
you can plateau and bounce between one number and one number, which is where I'm at now. I'm plateau. I'm plateau. I go from 170 back to 219, which is I'm at 219 now. I plateau. I plateau. I still haven't hit my
Yeah.
159-pound mark where I should be for the size height that I am.
Yeah, my
I'm still
stepdad
considered
is.
obese,
I
is
weigh
what they say.
150.
See, I'm
Yeah,
obese
my
still.
my stepdad told me. He said, if you start seeing your weight drop and then come back and drop and come back, he said, don't worry about that because at the end of the day, you're doing it's going to do that. He said it's going to do that for a while. My weight is going
Hey,
to be
baby, how you doing?
decreasing and increasing, decreasing. I'm going to see
Mm-hmm.
that for a minute. And then sooner or later, it'll just decrease and it'll
I'd
continue to
rather go
decrease
to the gym
the more I
first before
exercise.
any surgery. Right. And see, I just said, I'm gonna do this on my own. I don't knock anybody for what they need to do to save their life. But for me, it was I said, let me start by changing what I'm eating, the way I'm eating, and how much I'm eating.
Yeah.
And then let me add like alkaline water or distilled water or the healthiest thing I can add in there. Cause I wasn't drinking water, baby.
I mean, not to be mean, I could sit here all day long and be like, some juicy steak would sound good right now.
Mm-hmm.
But I have to look at it like this. Do I need that juicy steak? Is that juicy steak going to help me lose the weight?
Mm-hmm. Hello. Mm-hmm. That's the way. And then you just don't, it's not gonna happen overnight. So start implementing small changes.
Yeah, it's
A
not gonna
bunch of
it's
small
not gonna work out
changes.
overnight.
Yeah.
Yeah, my stepdad even told
I
me the same
had to
thing. He told me, he
fight
said,
with
when you start
3.
losing the weight, you're not gonna see you're not gonna see
What?
an excessive change right away. It's gonna take time for you to see the excessive change, and I'm okay with that. I can sit back and slowly, gradually see my body transform
I don't got time for
into
you.
into a skinny body because I don't know what it's like being skinny. To be honest with you, Miss D, I've never been skinny in my life.
Some people are
When I
not
was
set
born,
up to be skinny. I've never been skinny. Some people are not set up to be skinny. I probably
yeah, when I was
would look sick as hell if I was skinny. My
yeah,
body
when I
mass
was
is not
born,
built to be that way.
yeah, when I was born, I was a chunky baby. So I
Yeah,
don't know
I
what
know
it's
what you're
like to
talking
be
about.
skinny.
Rolls everywhere. I had rolls everywhere.
My face was chunky. I got pictures. Mom
Welcome,
got pictures
Elsie.
of me in the
Welcome.
room, and I'm like, wait, that's how I looked when I was a baby. I was a chunky baby.
Mm-hmm.
Come on.
I've never been skinny, but I never chose to be healthy. Oh, but I still chose to be healthy. Yeah, I never. You know, I never been skinny, and I did try, you know what I'm saying, at one point in time. But when you have a mental illness like bipolar 1 and 2, I have bipolar 1 and 2, compulsive disorder, OCD, you
I
know.
have a. Most people on here don't know what that. Most people don't know what it is, but I have a shunt in my head.
Oh, okay. So you had like fluid on your brain, and then they have to make sure it drains off. So they put a shunt to make sure that
Yeah,
too much
they
fluid
put.
don't stay in your head. Gotcha.
So it
Yeah,
go from my head to my, straight down to my stomach, and I'm
and
like,
gone
ugh.
out.
It bothers me sometimes because I get migraines and headaches.
Yeah.
So it's just like, ugh.
I'm working out 12 minutes per day. You work out 12 minutes per day? Oh, yeah, because it's not about how much time you work out. It's about just getting up and getting the activity going.
I need to work out in a gym now. It's time for me to work out inside of a
Just
gym on a
getting it
treadmill.
going. I'm sorry to hear that. Mental health is no joke. It's not no joke. And when you're dealing with it, you feel like the world is against you and nobody
I'm gonna,
understands.
Miss D, I'm gonna leave for a minute and then I'll
Okay.
be back.
Okay, boo. We didn't
All
talk
right.
about that other stuff we need to talk about anyway. We just conversate now. My baby's second birthday today is Saturday. Oh, your baby turned 2 Saturday. Congratulations. Yes, yes. That is awesome. Send my love. Send my love. I appreciate y'all coming up in here, Miss Girl, and just
Welcome.
talking with me and just trying to do something different. I just wanted the room to go some way different than it always normally do. I'm always either bouncing, playing music, jumping up and down, doing. I
Yeah.
want to try to take the content higher to where it can do the most good and help the most people and make people think. What goals have you set for yourself and how far do you see yourself going? What do you think is stopping you? You know.
Put him in his room. Yeah.
Hey, Sandra. If you haven't grabbed that heart me, go to the top right here and grab that daily heart me for me. If you're on YouTube, if you haven't hit that thumbs up button, hit that thumbs button up. You're new here? Welcome, welcome over here. Hey, Debbie. How you doing today, Debbie? So happy to see you too. We've been having a conversation. Debbie, do you have any long-term and short-term goals? Have you even thought about any long-term and short-term goals and something that you want to work towards or something you feel like you want to have and that you feel like was not within your reach? Let's find out how we can get there. Set yourself up some goals. Make it plausible, available, reachable, obtainable for you right now. They talking to me on YouTube. I'm for real. I am. So Abe, you work out 12 minutes every day? So what do you do? Do you go walking? Um, and another thing, like, are you taking any healthy vitamins like calcium or anything like that? You need this tonight, Debbie Myers. You've been in a deep depression. But you know what? This